Becky, and we're with A Couple of Bees Read, where we review books and wine.
What is our weekly wine this week, Becky?
Well, as I get into the weekly wine, it's by Gallivant, and I love their, I guess you could say their motto. It's live boldly, live with passion. You can walk through life aimlessly, or you can gallivant joyfully through life. And they say, you know, the choice is yours. And as I chose the wine and I was thinking about the different things, this has really been a kind of a happy, sad week for me. This past weekend, Wayne had his 50th class reunion. It's hard to believe. We're up there where we're celebrating 50th class reunions, but he saw a lot of people he hadn't seen in a long time. And, you know, we remember from other times where we go, oh, we need to get together after this, and we never do. Well, this time I didn't let that pass by. Sunday evening I contacted one of the couples and said, hey, you know what, let's get together. So Saturday night we're going to get together at Nick's in the Sticks, which is a little bitty tiny steakhouse that's been in Tuscaloosa forever and ever and ever. I mean, even when I was in high school. So, you know, it's been around for a very long time. So we're going to go there. And I guess what spurred me on is the sad part of the week. One of my best and dearest friends, her husband passed away Sunday. And he was 69. He would have been 70 this month. He had battled cancer like 10 years ago, and he'd been doing fine. And then it was like May the 14th, they found out it was back, and he went for his first treatment last Thursday, but the doctor put him in ICU because he had pneumonia. And you know, just broke our hearts because he was such a good man. And David was just so sweet and so special, and just loved Linda so much, and just was all about her and her sisters, and you know, the family and everything. He was such a wonderful man. And so when I think about him, as I chose this wine, you know, he embodied what, you know, their motto was. You live boldly, you live with passion, you live for the people you love. And, you know, that was just David 100%. And, you know, people, and which even goes along with, as I was thinking about him, goes along with the book I'll be reviewing by Joanne Demaio, The Visitor, because I'll get into why, but it really spoke to me in so many different ways, you know, with this happening this weekend. But our wine is a rosé. I'm kind of been on a rosé kick lately.
Yeah, they're good though.
Yeah. We had one that we had last weekend that we didn't share with everybody. It was a Legato rosé wine. This one was the palest pink in a rosé I'd ever seen. So, but this one's not. It's got that nice, pretty pink color.
Is there apple in this?
No, not apple.
There's something. What, pear?
No, not pear.
Okay. Just tell me. Just tell me. I can't guess right.
Strawberry.
Of course.
And it has some like a maraschino cherry and fresh watermelon. It's like a fresh fruit salad. That's what you're tasting, is that that kind of watermelon finish in there. Yeah. So yeah, it's dry. It's a drier rosé, but crisp, fresh. I just keep thinking
that's
fresh.
The thing. It tastes like biting into an apple. I know there's no apple in it, but that fresh taste when it's really good, cool apple.
That's right. So that's exactly. And even though it's not sweet, it almost has, I guess, because of the fruity taste. You know, that's what it does. It just kind of leaves that behind. And
I would recommend this to my friends who prefer sweet wine, though.
Yeah.
Even though
definitely.
It's dry, just because it
has that fruity flavor.
Yeah.
And a lot of times the people that like red wine, they don't like rosés for whatever reason. But this is something that I think a red because I'm a red wine person more than I am a white wine. I like them both, but red is my favorite. But I really, and this is the first time I've tried this particular rosé, and I would definitely buy it again. This came in my Scout Circle that I get, and so I might not have tried it, but that's what I love about my Scout Circle. It surprises me, and I get wines that I might not normally choose myself, and then I try them. I go, oh wow, I really like this. So,
I like this one a lot.
and I will say that if you're a first-time customer, we are running a special right now, 15% off. So,
yes, nice.
Welcome 15. So, look us up. Try this wine. I think this is perfect for summer.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Light, crisp,
This is a good
fresh
beach wine.
Oh, definitely.
Like,
or if you prefer the mountains, that crisp mountain air, whichever.
Absolutely.
Of course, I'm the beach person too. But give it a try. I think you will really, really like it. Of course, it pairs well with seafood. You mentioned beach.
Oh yeah.
Seafood and different cheeses, the softer cheeses and things like that, and it goes really, really well with that. So getting into the book.
And hold on. Before you do this,
yes.
let me just hold on. It's this book. It's
this series.
Yeah. This is how much Becky has read.
Yes. and she has another one coming out in August.
This woman writes so fast.
I mean, we've had 3 Seaside Sagas this year, and she's going to have a winter novel. And I love her winter novels. They're great for, sitting by the fire in November. And yeah. I mean, we're talking thousands and thousands of pages that Joanne, I just love Joanne and her daughter Mary, who is her publicist. And she did all this on her own without an agent. She's an independent publisher, and she is a New York Times bestseller, USA Today best-selling author.
I wish she'd give me all of her tips and tricks.
But this book, I mentioned how it really, after I had learned about David passing on Sunday, I was actually reading this that afternoon. I was almost finished, and I will say there's an individual in here who does pass away, and they were having his wake, and they talked about one of the characters talked about the fact that she had only met him one time, and she had only actually been in his presence for like 10 or 15 minutes. And then when she was with her boyfriend, he had like texted, picked up her boyfriend's phone and say, this is so-and-so, and texting her back and saying some things. But she said that just in that short time, she realized this was a special person. He was really sweet. He was just a good friend, good son, good brother, all of those things. And that you don't have to know someone your entire life for them to make an impact on your life.
Right.
I think about David. I mean, I've known David for several years, but there's other people I've known a lot longer. And I would say, thinking of David and just how sweet he is and how kind he was, I enjoyed just being in the room with him because he had that presence about him. Right. And everybody, he could make you smile and everything. And you knew he just had a great sense of humor and everything. And so when I read that, I thought of him, and I said, that's true. That is so, so true. So, but back to The Visitor, I will say that I thought when I saw the title, you have to read this because The Visitor could be any number of people, but I just knew who it was. Just knew.
Were you right?
Nope. I was not right at all. And it's really not just one visitor. It ends up being a couple of visitors. But it's all tied into the death of this young man and how these other people come in to support the family and his best friend, his mentor, and all of this kind of stuff. They show up because he's the main character in this particular novel. Is just devastated by the loss of this young man, and he's just not dealing with it well. And, you know, so some of the beachside friends, they decide, you know, hey, you know, one of our own needs some help here, kind of thing. So it was not at all. And as I go back, that was one of the questions I think Joanne had asked in like a Instagram post or Facebook post, you know, who do you think the visitor is? And I would say that 90% of the people thought what I thought, and we were wrong. So, you know, there you have that little twist going on, because I kept waiting for this person to show up somewhere in this book, and that individual never did show up except in an email. I'm like, okay, that's not right. That's not right. But anyway, just, I'm telling you, if you want a good series that just really, I don't know, captures the essence of friendship and how friends become family, and you, to the point that you know you can always count on them, you know. And I feel like my group, we call ourselves the Sisters of the Cloth, and we're 7 of us, we're quilters, and I feel like that about us. It doesn't matter, all I got to do is call and say I need, and boom, they're going to be there. That's it, you know.
And I have friends like that.
Yes. And if you have friends like that, you're one of the richest people in the world. And, you know, I just totally believe that with my whole heart.
I mean, and y'all know, y'all saw Bradley. Like, he's one of my friends like that. Shannon would never, ever appear on this. But she's like, she would be like, absolutely not. Why would... Don't record me.
Yeah, don't do that. I can see Shannon saying, have you
She's
lost
like,
your
I'm
mind?
sorry, I take pictures. I'm not in the pictures.
I'm behind the camera kind of thing. Yeah, I got you. But again, with Joanne, okay, her novels are not like the suspense. It's not
what I write.
Right.
But...
It's not what she writes. It's not your, but you know, when you're going through things and I mean, your life is throwing you curveballs and you're stressed out. I don't think there are times in my life, I don't need that extra angst of I can't put this book down because I got to know what happens, but I need something that is soothing to my soul, you know? And with Joanne's novels, it's like every time I pick one up, I'm with an old friend. And, you know, sometimes that's what we need is, I need that old friend. And I love the way she writes. She writes this series like it's a television show. You know, I don't know what's wrong with Netflix and all that. Come on, people.
We're waiting.
You got plenty of stuff to work with here, okay?
18 books, guys.
Yeah, 19 is coming out.
Yes.
So, you know, we got a lot going on, but again, it is a great, great series, and I would so encourage you. And you start with Blue Jeans and Coffee Beans. That's the very first one. And I got the book. Somebody had said something about a book, and I got it, and because I read one of her standalones. And then this one, I said, well, I'm going to try that one because it's about the beach, and I'm going to read a book if it's set on the beach, or if it has an author in it, or if it has a bookshop in it or something. You know, I like those kind of things. So if it's set in New Orleans, if it's set in Italy, you know, I'm going to read books like that. So this was, and still out of all of the books that she's written, the second one, The Denim Blue Sea, is still my favorite, and I've probably read it more than any of them. So we might have to exchange some beach reads. Yes, we need to do that.
We're going to do that in one of our videos. Just wait.
Okay, so if you haven't read Joanne Demaio, shame on you. Pick it up, okay? Pick it up. She's one of my favorites, and I think you will absolutely love her as much as I do. And so definitely 5 stars for me.
Yeah. Absolutely, and just keep in mind all of these.
And look how much reading time you have.
Yeah, this is perfect.
This is perfect. Yes. All right.
So, thank you guys.
Thanks so much.
Until our next weekly one.
Yeah. Bye.